Sultan of Sokoto, it no go better for you. Wetin concern you concern Tinubu and El-Rufai case, that you dey ask Tinubu to either charge El-Rufai to court or free him. Wetin concern you? Is it because he's your Fulani brother? Can you people just see how una don't destroy northern part of Nigeria because of this your evil religion? Wey una hold dear to una self. Now, secondly, according to straight report from a reliable source, now, Sultan of Sokoto, they question, why is it that the US military, now northern Nigeria, now they can't decide, say they want stay. The man, they question the Nigeria government that is there no other regions that these people now have to stay in the northern part of Nigeria. Make I tell you, this is the reason why before I start making this video, I tell you, say, Sultan of Sokoto, it no go better for you. Where is this insecurity coming from? Not be the northern part of Nigeria. Where are they buying on unlikely Christians? Is it not the northern part of Nigeria? So where you stay, may they go stay. If they go stay for the southeast now, what you people will say is that the America, they has come for the oil of Nigeria. That is why they go stay for the southeast. Now, they are in the northern part of Nigeria to help in this insecurity. You people in the north, all the emirs, the airline, the governors, una they question Nigeria government why they bring America to come stay for the northern part of Nigeria. This is the reason you people don't want insecurity to be a thing of the past. Una no want make it end. That is why you people, anytime the government is trying their best to make sure say they cramp these people down, waiting we go to see for social media. Una go start to make comment because all of you, I repeat, all of you, all leaders in the northern part of Nigeria, una they benefit from except the Zamfara state governor, that young man, because that man has been speaking so hard. Because all these terrorists that we will get, you people, you know where they stay, you know where they live, you know their parents, you know how they grow, you know their wives, their children, and all those things. But at the end of the day, una no go touch them because they are your brothers. Just look at the kidnapping. How they are killing Christians in the northern part of Nigeria, and at the end, you the question Tinubu government that why is it that the US, now northern part of Nigeria, they can't decide, say they want to stay. And you also said, may they release El-Rufai or may they charge them to court so that court go release them. Let me shock you. Appeal court in Kaduna State, where El-Rufai go for file appeal. Now, appeal court don't judge in favor of El-Rufai, but who want leave El-Rufai? Who want leave El-Rufai? I have told you people before in this country, El-Rufai is a destroyer. El-Rufai destroy Kaduna. El-Rufai na destroy. There is no government El-Rufai never destroy except the government where he benefit from below. Every other government, this man destroy it. And now they say make them leave her. All in fact, send El-Rufai to life imprisonment.
This is the guy who is now our new hero in Nigeria. Just because he don't want Tinubu. All of a sudden, El-Rufai is no longer an Islamic extremist. El-Rufai is no longer a terrorist sympathizer. He is no longer a bandit financier. He is no longer a religious bigot. El-Rufai is no longer the one who sanctioned the annihilation of Christians in southern Kaduna. El-Rufai is suddenly a very tolerant Muslim. Inconsistency. When they use inconsistency, they distort the development of this country. Every day, you guys would roll into streets, protesting, pretending as if you guys really care about a better Nigeria. Whereas it has never been about better Nigeria. It is about who is in power. Remove that person from power, put another person. Your want will change, your need will change. Of course, you guys are the ones pulling this country back.
The former governor of Kaduna State, Malam El-Rufai, once made this statement in Hausa language where he was addressing some northern Islamic scholars. He was quoted saying that any northerner that is a Christian is not regarded as a northerner, and they can never be a northerner. What that simply implies is that all these northerners that are Christians spread over 19 states of the north are not seen as a northerners. If actually they are not northerners, as he has said, who are they? That is the question we are asking. Some of our statements are inflammatory, are statements that can put Nigeria into coax. So at times we should deploy the language that is more of unification than language that will bring destruction.
The bitterness El-Rufai has for Tinubu has nothing to do with Tinubu's performance as president. Because all of a sudden, the northern forces united against Tinubu. And I am suspecting seriously that it is about an agenda. Certain political power bloc in the north has agenda that they wanted to execute with the name of Tinubu's government. And El-Rufai was supposed to be in that government to carry out that agenda. But as soon as Tinubu won that election, he reneged.
Let's talk about the fascinating fall of El-Rufai from a tough-talking northern power broker to a common detainee cooling his heels with the DSS. While the streets of Kaduna remain eerily quiet without anyone speaking out for him. El-Rufai just exposed the dangerous illusion in Nigerian politics that every politician must deliver themselves from. That is, the belief that past power is the same as present power. It is not. Power has an expiry date, and that date is the date you stop being in the ruling party. For months, Nasir El-Rufai spoke like a man who still owned the state, not just influencing it, but carrying himself as if he owned Nigeria itself. He issued threats dressed as bravado. He told stories that suggested he installed presidents and could uninstall them. He boasted about political fights ending in his own death or the death of the opponent, and asked us to go and ask the dead Yaradua. He accused the Nigerian state, recklessly, in my own opinion, of importing poison to eliminate opponents without providing serious receipts. He claimed funds of the NSA of 4 people were tapped, murder plots overheard, conspiracies decoded without providing the receipts. These were not whispers. They were megaphone statements in a fragile country. He recklessly went on national TV to level allegations he cannot prove, even if he believed them to be true. And now the megaphone is off because power decided to call his bluff and show him that when push comes to shove, past power must kneel before current power. Only fools believe that they can fight the state the way El-Rufai was doing and then continue to eat tuwo in his house while he tells the tale. For his own self-respect, those holding power today will feel compelled at some point to call your bluff and put you in your place. So today, El-Rufai is not holding press conferences. He is being held, first by the EFCC and then by the Department of State Services, and the streets that he was counting on, silent. No riots, no shutdown, no uprising. All right? That silence is the loudest lesson of all, because power is not nostalgia. Power is current. Power does not respect yesterday's resume. Power speaks only one question: who holds the lever today? El-Rufai once did. He used it freely, sometimes brutally. Kaduna remembers. Southern Kaduna remembers even more. We Christians, we remember. But heavens did not fall then. The system did not collapse, no matter how much we cried for our lost brothers and sisters in Southern Kaduna. Institutions absorbed it and moved on. Now that the wheel has turned, Nemesis has come calling, as if he surely come for all of us, either in this life or in the next one or the next one. This is where political arrogance becomes fatal. Not physically, but strategically. When you mistake proximity to power for ownership of power. When you confuse access with authority. When you think your voice alone can intimidate a state that no longer needs you. In politics, you can shout when you have leverage. You can threaten when you have the backing of the masses. You can grandstand when consequences are negotiable. But when power leaves you, your words stop becoming weapons and start becoming evidence gathering against you. That, unfortunately, is the error that led to the downfall of El-Rufai. The Nigerian state is not your equal sparring partner. It is not a debating society. It does not respond to chest thumping. Once it decides to move, it does not argue. It crushes you. It proceeds. And here is the cold truth many political actors refuse to accept. Institutions endure. Street noise expires. The same people who shared your toughness yesterday suddenly develop cold feet, and urgent schedules. Phones go unanswered as your friends move 3 steps away from you in public so that they don't get consumed by the missile coming for you from the state when the state starts moving. Supporters discover caution. In politics, loneliness arrives faster than handcuffs once power moves against you, unless you have the goodwill of millions of masses, which the arrogant El-Rufai does not have. His influence is more with the shadowy cabal that we all talk about, and they are always the first to run deeper into the darkness when the states decide that it's time to call them to order. Now, Oremi, to be clear, this is not a moral endorsement of abuse of power by the government. No, it is a diagnosis of reality. Today, Bola Tinubu owns the instruments of state power. Until that changes, daring the state as a former power broker is not bravery, it is miscalculation. Current power rarely gets intimidated by former power holders, and it never forgives being embarrassed by someone who no longer matters to his survivor. Tinubu doesn't need El-Rufai anymore. El-Rufai's fall is therefore not tragic, it is instructive. It teaches one brutal rule of politics in our climb: never confuse relevance with immunity. Never confuse past power with present protection. And never fight the state when you are no longer the state. Political arrogance without power is not courage. It is self-destruction with a microphone in your hand. Let other past power holders still stand and be careful, lest they end up like him. Current power will probably tolerate critics with no present or past power than a former power holder who is still sounding as if he's the one holding power. You will be crushed without mercy. El-Rufai only bonwe. I for one do not mourn El-Rufai. It is the consequence of political arrogance of a once vicious power holder who forgot the difference between current power and former power.
It's okay. ADC has a message for Nigerians. Look at what they are writing. ADC to Nigerians. They are saying, Nigerians, may not open our eyes, so it is El-Rufai today. Tomorrow it might be you. Well, that actually depends on you anyway. I'm not here to talk about how is El-Rufai today and maybe another person's turn tomorrow. It's a normal thing. It will continue to happen in the history of our politics. No doubt about that. If you bring out your hand, they go bam for you. The thing is that you cannot actually fight government too, no matter how strong you are. You cannot fight government. Take it or leave it. When you try to fight government, it will end up the way Rufai has ended up. My point is simple. Some of these politicians are very funny. I'm telling you, they're very funny. If you look at the way this guy was making mouth ranting the other time, whoever believed that they will capture him like this and nothing will happen. No, the thing is that, why have you been making that mouth, El-Rufai? Like if they arrest him now, heaven go fall. They don't arrest him many days, nothing happen. Nobody come out to protest. You get one level where you go enter. You are on your own. No. By the time you soil your hand, don't make mouth. Even say even your boss, Tinubu, cannot arrest me. Is it Tinubu that arrested him again? Baba, El-Rufai is in the cage. Nothing happened. People are going about their normal businesses. ADC is just crying, like normal cry. And it is expected. And I want to believe that even the cry itself, you know, to reach anywhere. It will end up on trying to gather sympathy that cannot change anything at all. If you cannot keep to your word, don't make mouth. As simple as that. You can't be making mouth up and down as if you are a touch not. Nobody will touch you. If you dare touch him, you are in trouble. The hair will let loose for where everything sits tight. Peace has been still since you were arrested. El-Rufai, in case you don't know. And that will serve as a lesson to anybody trying to prove as if to say they can breach sovereignty. Yes, now. At the end, that's what they will say now. You are trying to create an atmosphere of rancor. What would they say? No normal thinking human being will just sit and watch you destroy what they are trying to build. Or are they not trying to build? Are they not building? Let's say relax. Relax. Tinubu is trying to settle the country. We are relaxing. Nekiolaka, Maogwal. Buana meya, Alakbaruli, Ugolaruli. There. He's no longer talking. Even if he's talking from there, nobody will listen. The voice will not come out again. He's in a cage.
Hi, welcome back. You see, if you have ever come out to beg on behalf of Nasiru El-Rufai and many other guys from the north who have been detained just because of what they have done in the past, if you are someone like that, just know that you too, you are an enemy of this country. You see, El-Rufai, once you see the man and think back to what happened in southern Kaduna, you won't even have to react when anything bad is happening to this guy called El-Rufai, because maybe he thinks that power is not rotational and he thinks that power will be there forever. That is why when he has a little power, then he was so bold and he was so strong to be pushing people who did not even do anything wrong to the prison. If you know how many persons that are in prison today because of only this single El-Rufai, no one will come out to even say that they should free him. When he was the governor, then we know many things he has done. There was something that he said. That one is last year. No, not last year, 2023, where he come out speaking it in Hausa that since they have secured Tinubu now, like since they have secured him, the Muslim agenda and many other things will now work with them. He said it and the thing leak out. He was thinking that this thing he is doing behind this presido is going to be in his favor and he is going to enjoy it. But now that has turned against him and his family, he has become now more good to the eyes of Nigerians than ever. That is what made me to even hate Nigerians as a whole, because you can do them 99% bad and do them one good, and they will use that one good to judge you by saying that you're a good person. Because I have seen different people from different background coming out to beg for his release. Meanwhile, they know what he has committed. The reason why they calling for his release is not just because of anything, because they have seen him with their favorite person, and they think that okay, since he has been with their favorite person, maybe he's going to make their favorite person to gain access to the Azure Rock, not knowing that this man is there to weakening that your favorite person, you may think. Because this guy doing all these things when he was in southern Kaduna, thinking that something like this was never going to happen. That is why he was so bold and so courageous with his pride and many other things, to make sure he oppress everybody. If you go back to southern Kaduna today and acts of people this man has detained, if they are not up to 20 people. That should be lie. There are even more than 20 people that are still there, where we say they were detained, innocently. They don't even know what they did, but they were still detained just because of what they used the mouth to say against this man. And since he has been flying up and down, be complaining and be insulting everybody just because he's not being given that small chance to be there. Do you think that if he was there, he will come out boldly to be saying this rubbish he's been saying, even though he wants to come out to talk? What will favor these people is what he would have been saying, but there is something that we don't know. We don't know, but them doing all this trash, they know they are using you. They know that they are using you, and you yourself is still looking at them, seeing them like almighty. If Nigerians and many other guys don't, drop this trash and many other thinking of theirs, they won't go anywhere. Because trying to see this man as a good man today will make us to even fail, because God will not be happy for us. The people who has been buried because of him in Southern Kaduna and many other places, how do you want those people now to feel? Because you may think that, okay, those people are not watching, they are seeing all things going on, but you might think that, okay, they're not seeing it. Everybody should not stop, crying for this man to be out. What you should be even doing there is how for these people to buy strong, padlock and lock him here well, because he needs to be locked without even seeing anything outside or outside before everything that's supposed to be, be done. Because I don't see him as a human. He's an oppressor and many other things. That is just it. You hearing us? You have anything to say? Everywhere is open. Thank you.